NFL predictions on Tuesday, which is wild. We usually do them on Saturdays, but I'm gonna be out of town like all weekend, so this was my one free afternoon that I had to do this. So you guys get Thursday night football pick for the first time since week one. So Merry Christmas, I guess. Um, but yeah, we're gonna jump into it this week. In my opinion, has a lot of good games, a lot of impactful games for playoff seedings. We're 6 weeks away from the playoffs, which is wild somehow. Um, but we got a lot. We got a lot of good stuff here. We have a special announcement at the end of this stream. So if you guys are watching that, be sure to stay till the end. So yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. Um, Thursday night football. Buffalo Bills head to Houston to take on the CJ Stroudless Texans. For me, this was probably one of the easier picks for me. Um, the Texans looked horrific without CJ Stroud. On Sunday, Davis Mills didn't look good. He obviously could not have the performance that he did against the Jags a couple weeks ago. Had to kick a game winner on the Titans, which if you had to kick a game winner on the Titans, that's usually not a good sign. So the Bills, however, bounced back after a ugly loss against the Dolphins. They beat the Bucks, which I think is a really good win for them. Josh Allen put up 6 touchdowns, which is absolute insanity. So I give him props for that. So obviously it's a road game at night. Houston always brings the energy. But I do have the Bills winning. I have them winning 24-13. I do have it being somewhat close just because it's in Houston.
Yep. I know it's a shock for you, but this is the first time that I will not pick Houston to win a game.
There we
Um,
go.
it's
There we
been
go.
forever. I can't remember when exactly.
It's been a
But
hot minute.
what's Houston's record at the moment? What are they?
I
Five and
think they're.
five? Yeah, I mean they're
No,
still
they are 5-5.
yeah, they're 5-5.
Oh, okay. That was surprising,
So
I guess.
looking at this game for Houston, it's obviously a must win for them. Especially after their Chiefs loss, you realistically have a shot at the 7th seed.
Yeah,
And the Bills now too, if they want any shot at the division, which is probably likely gone, they got to win. They got to pretty
they
much
got to
win
win out,
out,
bro. They got to
in
win
my
out.
opinion, if you want to catch the Patriots, considering they're like 3 games ahead of them with the tiebreaker. So that's that. But I do expect the Bills to win. They're just a better team than Houston.
Yeah,
I mean, I just not much needs to be said. Better offense. Defense, I'm still worried about. They gave up a crap ton of yards to, or gave up a crap ton of yards in general to Sean Tucker, which is embarrassing. Um, Sean Tucker kind of fried their defense, but I mean, if their defense um, can just play mediocre, they'll win the game.
yeah,
And Houston's offense is nothing special either. So I like Buffalo to take care of this one, 30-20.
yeah. This one also should be a pretty quick, easy pick. I think should be at least. My Lions, who lost uh, pretty bad on Sunday Night Football. It was a one-score game, but if you watch the game, it was pretty bad. They're at home. They got 2 home games in a row, I think, because they play at home on Thanksgiving. They're playing the Giants, who had a really good game against the Packers. Now, I know neither of us are really liking the Packers right now, but Jameis Winston balled, bro, and it's Jameis, so he had to throw that interception at the end of the game. But they were moving down the field. They were just a couple plays away from taking that game to overtime. Um, so good performance by them. However, I don't think they can have 2 good performances back to back. I'm assuming Jameis Winston will still be the starter this week. But even whoever's the starter for the Giants, I don't see them beating the Lions. The Lions have been super weird this year. They kind of win one, lose one, win one, lose one. So they're going to win this game based on how the rest of the season has gone. So, I think they're going to take this one. I think their offense is going to be pretty upset that they only scored 1 touchdown. Um, and their defense is also going to be mad because they lost and they played a really good game. So I think the Lions are going to win this one pretty handily. I think they're going to win this one 34-17.
Yep. Yep. This one really straightforward to me too. The Giants are completely a joke of a franchise.
It's,
They just suck, dude. They're
it's
horrible.
going straight for them.
I don't like anything they've done over the past few weeks. They I thought they could have easily took care of the Packers, took care of business, but they hung around way too long in that game that completely just blew it. Um, and the Lions, I'm not very high on the Lions either at the moment. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie. I think that they have a lot to prove if they want to be a
they
playoff
do.
team. But at the same time, you get a in theory easy game against the Giants. Looking at the spread here, Lions are favored by minus 10.5, so that should be
Oof.
all you need to know.
Yeah.
So the Lions are going to give belt to the Giants. I mean, I'm pretty confident in this one. I say I'm confident in a lot of these, and I end up losing, but I don't think this is going to happen. I mean, prove me wrong, Jameis Winston. But yeah, the Lions are going to win 20-14. I'll respect New York's defense, but their offense, I'm not giving any credit to because that's disgusting.
Okay. Now here is a really important game. The Indianapolis Colts, 8-2, currently hold the 3 seed in the AFC. They head to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. The Chiefs, Jonah predicted it. The Broncos took them down. Um, Finally got their win that they needed. Um, Chiefs have not looked very good, bro. They're 5-5. In my opinion, this is probably the worst team we've seen with Mahomes. Um, they currently sit outside of the playoff picture right now. Um, and their offense, bro, is just not fantastic. Their defense is okay. It's not amazing by chance. I've seen better defenses from the Chiefs, but this is not their best defense. But you're going up against uh, the best running back in football in Jonathan Taylor. Um, you're going up against one of the better defenses with the Colts. So I think this is a really pivotal game for both teams because on one hand, you got the Chiefs that are fighting for their lives. They lose this game, they're under 500. And if you're under 500 going into week 13, that's really not good. So they want to obviously keep their um, playoff hopes alive, especially with the Ravens on this hot streak that they're on right now. And then if you look over at the Colts, we're going to see if the Colts are legit, in my opinion, because there's no harder task than going to play the Kansas City Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes on the road. That's a really hard task to do. So we'll see if the Colts can get it done. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think they will. I think if Jonathan Taylor has a huge game, or even just a pretty solid game, I think the Colts will be able to take this one. I think their defense is going to be a huge factor. Um, they have a great defense, just like the Broncos do. The Broncos defense stepped up when they needed to. Um, so yeah, I have the Colts taking one on the road, improving to 9-2, beating the Kansas City Chiefs 27-24. The Chiefs, after this game, do not have a very difficult schedule, other than their two games against the Broncos and the Chargers. Other than that, it doesn't look like that hard of a schedule. But they're going to most likely, in my opinion, be the 7 seed, 6 or 7 seed. No pun, no 6-7 joke intended. But yeah,
Oh,
give me
you
the
said the
Colts.
Chiefs are winning. Oh, you Colts are winning.
Give me the Colts 27-24.
Wow. All right. Okay. So I could see this game going a lot of different ways. I think the Chiefs are still a great football team. They just are kind of trapped in their division at the moment, and the Colts. I am very still skeptical on, kind
I am
of.
too, I am too, but I'm just going from what I'm seeing right here.
I don't view them as the same tier as the Patriots and Broncos, that's for sure. They're definitely a tier lower than them, and the Chiefs.
I think this game will determine if they're on the same level or not, though.
Okay.
Like if they win this game, I think they're top 3.
Colts? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Um, I think that, man, I'll pick the Colts to win the game, mainly because, they have probably the most, well-rounded offense, and I wouldn't say the most explosive, but most well-rounded offense in football.
Yeah, their offensive line is
Um,
so good, bro.
yeah, everybody knows about their rushing game, Jonathan Taylor, and, Daniel Jones is quietly one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the game.
Yeah. When he's not turning
Um,
the ball over a trillion times.
yeah, he has a pretty high completion percentage, and, the Chiefs, give up a ton of, completion percentage. They're 30th in the NFL on that, so that's a big thing. Um, I also think too that the Chiefs' offense is just a shell of its former self. Their offense sucks,
Yeah.
honestly. I mean, it's not bad, but like,
It's not good.
I mean, you can't outscore the Broncos. Or like, that's pretty pathetic if you can't put up more points than the Broncos. And
Yeah.
yeah, man, I'm picking the Colts. I'm not too confident in this one.
I'm just
But
glad we're agreeing on this one, bro.
I'm just gonna ride with them and say that Jonathan Taylor has a big day. So,
Yeah. Yeah, bro,
uh,
you had me sweating, bro, this weekend with all of our disagreeing picks.
really,
It's a good thing we
that rate
tied. It's a good thing we tied.
That Raiders game, bro. I should have never picked the Raiders to win. I'm never picking. I stand by this. I'm not picking the Raiders again, even if they play
Okay.
the Browns, which we'll talk to.
They
Which
do
we'll
play
talk
them.
about.
They play them this week.
Yeah. So, anyways, Colts are gonna win, 27-20, and the Chiefs are gonna get farther and farther down the division or the playoff picture.
Mhm.
So that's that.
Okay, here's an interesting one. The Pittsburgh Steelers. We don't know what is going on with Aaron Rodgers. So, a lot of this, the downside of us doing this on a Tuesday is that we don't know what's going to happen. Like a lot can happen before Sunday. Um, so we're just taking this with what's going on right now. Looks like to me, Aaron Rodgers will most likely be out um, with his hand injury. Now he could very much play, um, but if I'm being honest with the way that uh, the Steelers have been playing, um, I don't know how well they're going to do against the Bears, which they're heading to the Bears. And the Bears, like Jonah said, he said this on Saturday. He said the Bears just hang in these all they hang in every single game, and they find a way. And that's kind of, in my opinion, that's kind of the Bears' motto this year: is just find a way. They've been able to do that time and time again. They did it last week against the Vikings, which I was getting really hyped about because I was really worried because Jonah picked the Vikings, I picked the Bears, so I was sweating a little bit until they had that kick return. Um, but yeah, I think the Bears are going to hang in this one too, and I think they're going to be able to pull this one out. The Bears are looking pretty good. Offense little sketchy. Their run offense is not very good, but they've just been able to hang in there and lock in when they need to the most. So I think they're going to do it again. Steelers just keep moving their way to their 9-8 record, and it's going to happen again. So give me the Bears 27-21.
Mm. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna have to disagree, and I'm gonna pick the Steelers. Actually, uh, I do not like the Bears. I don't care that they're 7-3. The Bears are just kind of I don't know how to compare
What
them
are
to
you going to
like
need
a
to see
team last
to,
year.
if the Bears win this game, they're going to be 8-3? How are you going to argue against 8-3, dog?
Well, I understand that, but like it's like they're just one of those teams where like it's just their season, man. They're just getting lucky. It's just Luck
I
is
mean,
going their way in
if
this season, and none
if
of
it
the
happens a
wins.
couple hold on, if it happens a
Okay,
couple times, it's lucky, but if you do it consistently, that's called locking in and being good.
I
And the Bears
understand
have done
that.
that so many times this year.
I understand that, but they've been beaten up on like mediocre. All these teams have been mediocre. Like I haven't seen
This team
one
is the Steelers are
impressive
also
close win.
mediocre,
I mean, they are, but let's.
and they're at home now. They pulled
I
off that win
mean,
in Minnesota.
they did look a lot more convincing against the Bengals than what the Bears did to the Vikings. So, um, I'm mainly gonna pick the Steelers here because number one, I think that at some point the Bears got to lose. Um, Number two, I think that their defense looked really uh not the greatest in the fourth quarter against the Vikings. Their defense kind of almost lost them the game, if I'm being honest. And so that's that. And on the other hand, too, I still really love Pittsburgh's defense. I think that they're gonna make Caleb Williams hold on to the ball, and when you make Caleb Williams hold on to the ball, he's a different quarterback. We've seen what happens when he holds on the ball. He completely sucks. So if the Steelers can make him go to a second read, make him throw to somebody else other than Rome Odunze, I don't think the Steelers are going to have a problem this game. Um, I also believe that, like I kind of mentioned, that the Bears defense just sucks, so they're not going to have problems scoring on the Bears. I know they played good against the Vikings, but in my opinion, the Steelers are a little bit better of an offense than the Vikings. I think that whoever starts for the Steelers is probably at or above the level of JJ McCarthy, and that's how bad I think McCarthy is. So I got the Steelers winning. I'm not confident in this one, um, but I just can't pick the Bears. They just got to do something convincing. Like you can't keep on squeaking out wins to the Raiders, or the Giants and the Vikings. Like you got to win by at least more than 4 points. Like at least convert the spread here if you're the Bears. So for that reason, I'm taking the Steelers 20-17. I think it'll be a good game, but Steelers are gonna take care of business. Now I still think they'll go 9-8 at the end of the day, but like I said with the Steelers, it's literally just picking
Yeah.
uh, which week you want from them, and it'll be the same exact result every season. So that's that.
Yeah. Okay. Um, Next one on the docket, the New England Patriots, who are one of the hottest teams in football right now. They sit at the number 2 seed in the AFC. They head to Cincinnati. Cincinnati obviously had a rough one against Pittsburgh last week. Jamar Chase is out due to suspension. And Jamar Chase or not, I think the Patriots are just a better team. Um, I think the Patriots will have no issues scoring on this Bengals defense. Um, and the Patriots defense is kind of locked in. Uh, this Bengals, it's time to look forward to the draft, bro. Uh, so with that, give me the Patriots winning 30-20 on the road
Mm,
because I still think the Bengals offense is still pretty solid, even without Jamar Chase, but it's not gonna be enough.
yeah. I totally agree. This one's pretty easy to predict here. The Bengals are probably the most depressing franchise in the NFL at the moment, even more sad than the Jets and the Browns, and I will stand by that. Uh, they just really the owners are just cheap. They don't care about their fans, and
Yeah,
they only care about what Joe Burrow has to say and Joe Burrow's thoughts on wasting the salary cap on Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. So, with that being said, I think that the Patriots are gonna come into Cincinnati and officially seal the nail in the coffin to the Bengals season if it already hasn't been completely
yeah,
shut. Uh, I don't expect them to do much in offense without Jamar Chase or not. The Patriots have one of the best defenses in the league. They have a really good run defense, And overall, as a team, they are like the best road team in football. I don't think they've lost the game on the road. Correct me if I'm wrong.
The
So
Patriots?
I don't know if they have.
I don't who have they even lost to this year? I don't even know.
They've had 2 losses. I can't.
They lost to the Raiders in week 1 at home.
Okay.
That's
How do you
all.
lose to the? That's embarrassing.
It was Vrabel's first game as their coach, so
New England Pats.
they had to get settled in.
All right,
If they
let's
played them
see
now,
if they lost to those two.
they give them straight belt. They might put 50 on the Raiders if they played them now.
Yeah, true. They lost to the Steelers.
Oh, that's right. Was that what, week 3?
Week 3. I
Yep.
don't know if that was at home or on the road. I think that was on the road, but
I think that might have been on the road.
regardless, that doesn't affect my pick against the Bengals. Just honestly, if you're the Bengals, work on getting the defense this offseason. Why don't you? Because their
Yeah.
defense is disgustingly awful. Uh,
We've been saying that for years, bro.
Man, it doesn't change either. They just suck. Their defense is
Yeah.
horrible. Anyways, I'm picking the Patriots. Drake May is continuing his MVP. Uh,
Campaign.
yeah, whatever you want to call it, which is crazy to me. I never thought he'd be in the
Drake
discussion.
May as week what, year 2?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Anyways, the Patriots are gonna put up 35 on the Bengals. It's not even a hot take. Because pretty
It's
much
not.
anybody can put up 35 on the Bengals. And I'll be generous and say that Cincinnati scores 20. So
Yeah.
35-20.
We're gonna continue our trends of poverty franchises. The New York Jets made their QB change. Tyrod Taylor will be taking the reins now. They're headed to Baltimore. So another really easy pick for me, straight belt from the Ravens. Um, Justin Fields maybe would have given you maybe another field goal. But now you got Tyrod Taylor, who's old and can't really do much. He's pretty much just an older version of Justin Fields, except he's a little bit more accurate with his passes. But either way, it doesn't matter who's starting at quarterback. The Jets are an absolute joke. You need to sell a team if you're the Jets owners. I'm not. I haven't said about any other team until now, but the Jets need to. They're the only team I've said that this season that the Jets need to sell a team. Literally, um, yeah, they're just a joke. Ravens, on the other hand, are really, really good right now. Lamar Jackson's balling. Derrick Henry's getting back in stride. He got me 20 fantasy points this week, which is awesome. And yeah, I expect a complete blowout from the Ravens, 34-13. Jets, keep looking for draft or something. I don't even know what the I don't even know what the Jets need.
Yep. Yeah, this is another very easy one to predict. Uh, I don't think anybody thinks that the Jets are gonna be outside the top 5 this year. Everybody knows they're gonna be a top 5 draft pick this year.
As they
And
are every year.
yeah, usually are everywhere year, and they trade their players within 4 years too. So congrats, New York. Um,
Oh guy.
but Baltimore. I just don't really like Baltimore at the moment. You barely squeaked out a win against the Browns. I get that's a divisional win, but like my word, they have Shador Sanders, bro. Like you should
I
you
don't
when
but
they
the
play.
Browns didn't score with Shador. They didn't score.
I guess,
He
but
didn't even score.
I
He just threw an
guess,
interception and got sacked the whole time. 4 for 16 passing.
yeah, I know. But like they should have took a lot more advantage of that, especially on offense. They should. What I'm saying is that they should have put the game away against the Browns a
They
lot
should have. They should have.
earlier or later than what they
It
or
was
earlier than
closer
what
than
they
it
did.
needed to be.
It was a lot closer than what it needed to be. I mean, the Browns just need a quarterback, dude, and like that was pathetic watching that Ravens Browns game. Um. anyways, like you said, like what we discussed earlier, we can never pick the Jets. The Jets are just a bunch of losers. That's all they know how to do is
Aaron
lose
Glenn gotta
football
go,
games.
bro. Aaron Glenn's gotta go.
I mean,
I tried to defend him earlier in the
he's
season, but
he's probably not
he's
he's not
starting to go.
probably my first coach of firing.
No, no, I have one. I have two more that
I have
should be
two. I
fired
have two
first. I
that
have
are
two.
that the seats are a lot more hotter than Aaron Glenn's,
Oh,
but
I have two that are a lot hotter.
he's definitely got to go. Aaron Glenn, but I honestly think that he honestly kind of should deserve a second chance considering the talent he's working with. Like Jermaine Johnson's good.
Yeah, I mean,
Quincy
yeah.
Williams is okay. Uh, but like I couldn't think of a single player on defense, let alone offense, besides Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. So the Jets are just uh in it for the long run. So I'm gonna pick the Ravens to win 16-13 in a boring game. Baltimore's got to show me that they can win, can actually win convincingly. They're kind of like the Bears, in my opinion,
Mm,
of lately. So
okay. All right. This is the last poverty game in a row. We can get this one done pretty quick, I'm pretty sure. Seahawks had a rough loss against the Rams on Sunday. They only lost by 2, but Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions, and that's just unacceptable. But what that tells me is that the Rams are a really good team. They're going up against the Rams, who have a really they're a top 3 team right now. They're number 1 in the NFL and ESPN's power rankings. For a reason, right? But Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions and they only lost by 2. So what that tells me is that Sam Darnold is their weakest link. So if Sam Darnold
that's
doesn't
insane.
doesn't throw
Wow.
doesn't throw 2 of those 4 interceptions, though the game could have completely changed. So, but obviously this week they're heading to Tennessee to take on the Titans, and the Titans are also a joke of a franchise. Um, so I expect extreme belt from Seattle. I don't think the Titans score a touchdown. Um, I have the Seahawks winning this game 27-6. Bounce back game. Seattle has LA in a couple weeks at home, which I think is a must win game for them.
Yeah. Um, I think that's kind of crazy to say that about Sam Darnold that he's the weakest on the team. Considering that they have Kenneth Walker as their RB1, and Kenneth Walker just continues to rush for 2.5 yards a carry, and that's the reason why they're put into so much passing situations. But we're not here to discuss that.
Well, last week you were the one saying that they needed to put Walker in because they had Zach Charbonnet.
I know, but like just the run game in general, just the run game. Like it doesn't matter who they're putting in. Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet. It's 2.5 yards a carry. It's always putting the third down and long. It's always throw it up to Jackson Smith for 20 yards, and it's working, but it didn't work against the Rams. So that they just need a run game in Seattle. I mean, I've been saying that forever. It feels like. We might discuss that later. Who knows?
Yeah, we probably will end up doing that.
But anyways, this pick is really easy for me. The Titans are officially now without Calvin Ridley for the season.
Yeah.
If that wasn't bad enough, they're the only one-win football team in the NFL.
Looking for two number 1 picks in a row, bro.
Jeffrey Simmons is just doing cardio at this point. He's not even trying. He's not even trying to play for an extension. Trying to get traded. Nothing. He just doesn't care about the team, and rightfully so. I would want to get out of Tennessee as soon as possible. So I mean, I don't think Tennessee is going to win a game rest of the year.
I don't see it happening.
Said that about a lot of teams, but Tennessee is legitimately the worst team of football, and the record wise, it's shown. I'm in Seattle too. I like them. Still do. They're still solid, but they kind of got to lock in if they actually want to do something in the playoffs. And they got to actually kind of rebound here. So
yeah,
I obviously expect that to happen. they're gonna freaking dog walk the Titans. They're freaking spanking them, doing whatever, you name it. Seattle was putting up 40 against the Titans. I don't care. I don't.
Backups are in by halftime, probably.
Backups are in by halftime. It's gonna be like the Cardinals game where they're up 35-0 start of the second quarter. I don't know if you
Holy
remember that a couple
smokes.
weeks
Yeah,
ago.
I do.
Um, but Seattle wins 40-7. I'm generous in saying Tennessee actually scores a touchdown this week.
Probably in
They
garbage time. Garbage time?
yeah. I don't think they
Yeah.
I don't think they uh have scored more than 5 touchdowns on the season. I just might have. I don't know.
They
I'd never see a
they're a field
Tennessee
goal kicking
touchdown.
team, bro.
Yeah,
Their
I
kicker's
never
gonna
see
get paid
Tennessee
bank, bro.
touchdowns on highlights. Like, that's just
No.
not a thing, seeing
The
a
only thing I've
Titans
seen is
touchdown.
Cam Ward's first passing touchdown that came in like what, week 3?
Yeah, I mean,
That's the only highlight I've seen from Titans touchdowns.
maybe a 10-yard run by Tony P here or there, but, like, yeah,
10 yards kind of a stretch, probably more like 4.
Tennessee, you just need to draft Jordan Tyson. Get Cam Ward, actually somebody to throw the ball to, my
Yeah.
word.
Or
And
Carnell Tate, bro.
I'm honestly I'm starting to get mad for Cam Ward, bro.
Yeah,
It's just
I
horrible.
feel bad for him, bro. He's trying to ball out there and
Yeah, I
they're
mean,
doing
I'd
nothing to help
honestly
him out.
request a trade to anywhere, bro.
Wow.
I'd take the Browns over the being on the Titans at the moment. I really would.
Just if I were him, just request a trade to Miami.
Miami.
Flip him
Yeah.
for Tua in the 4th or 5th round pick.
Nah, I mean, we're not GMs though, so that's
No, not yet. Not yet.
not yet.
Fair.
Maybe someday.
Maybe in the
But
next 30 years.
anyways, I mean, if Seattle loses this game, this might be the biggest upset
Yeah,
in NFL
dude,
history.
it's gotta be. It's gotta be. What are they favored? Do you know?
I can check. Seattle, Tennessee. Point. No. Not the Packers and Seahawks. Titans and Seahawks. God. 13.5 points.
Oof, take the over. Holy smokes.
That's the highest I've seen a point line in a while, actually.
Yeah, sheesh.
Wow.
Okay.
So
What did you have your score?
I said 40-7.
40-7. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving in. Now we actually have a good, interesting game. Minnesota Vikings, who have lost 2 in a row, head to Green Bay to take on the Packers, their first meeting of the year. JJ McCarthy, or Nine's first game in Green Bay in his career. Now, both these teams, I don't like either of them. I don't like what the Packers are doing. I definitely don't like what the Vikings are doing. But this is a critical game for both of them because if the Vikings lose, I think their season's over. The Packers lose, uh, they're not anything. They're not going to be anything special if they make the playoffs somehow. They sneak in. Right now, I'm guessing they're sitting out of the playoffs right now. They're the 3 seed in the North. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I don't like either of these teams. I don't like what either of them are doing. However, though, I do like both their defenses are pretty good. But the difference for me is the quarterbacks. And JJ McCarthy, been saying it since he got drafted, not that good. And it's shown. He had one good drive against the Bears, and then like they lost. Um, if he can do that more, then he's good. I've been seeing things all over today. He's like, they should just cut him and then re-sign him so then KOC can fix him. Like, what are we doing? Like, Vikings fans
What?
are in.
What
Yeah,
does that? What that doesn't? What?
yeah, I
That
know.
doesn't make any
I know,
sense.
I know. I've just been like, yeah, I've just been seeing it. But um, if JJ McCarthy can keep doing what he did on that last fourth quarter drive consistently, and if his wide receivers can grab the ball more often, then the Vikings might actually have a shot. But I think it's going to come down to the quarterbacks. And Jordan Love is better than JJ McCarthy. No, I'm not saying Jordan Love is fantastic. I just don't. He has not been very good the last couple of weeks, and it's shown. I mean, you lose 10-7 to the Eagles. Not a bad loss, but they had a ton of opportunities and they did not execute. Um, his awareness is not there all the time. Um, and his weapons, they lost Tucker Craft for the rest of the year. Obviously, that's not good for them. But I think the Packers are just, I think they're the better team this year. And I think they're going to take this one. I think they're going to win 20-14 at home. Close game. They always are. But I think the Viking season's coming to an end.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know where to go with this game. The Vikings weirdly play well against every division opponent they play. They usually split mostly every single game against every division opponent.
Hmm.
Um, but I don't think it'll be this game, man. I mean, Green Bay is just much better team on paper. They're playing much better football. I mean, and I think we're starting to hit rock bottom for the Vikings, back down to earth again. Uh, especially after last season, they just are mediocre at every end of the football. Uh, I mean, their defense is even kind of starting to, I wouldn't say turn bad, but it's just kind of, I know. And the Packers, I mean, the Packers have failed expectations miserably. Let's not get twisted. Um, but they just can't lose this game. They have no reason to lose this game. They have every single advantage against the Vikings, and
Yeah.
I don't know what the score will be, honestly, but I'll say Green Bay wins 20-7 to 20. I expect there to be a lot more passing since Josh Jacobs could be out. He got
Yeah.
hurt.
He did. You're right.
Um, and on the Vikings end too, I expect there to be a lot more passing because I expect them to be down by like 7 points throughout the game. Um, and I don't expect them to run the ball a lot because their running offense is complete dog crap down in Minnesota. So Packers win 27-20. I'm not confident about it, but I'm just gonna say that the Packers win because they're in theory a better team than the Vikings.
Okay. All right. Now these next three games, this one kind of matters ish. But these three are like speed runs, so we don't really need to spend too much time on these games here. First one though, Jacksonville. They head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Now, I'm going to say this every week for the rest of the season, most likely. As we speak, Kyler Murray is playing COD while we do this. So maybe we could get Kyler Murray on the podcast. Who knows? That'd be pretty sweet. Kyler Murray, if you're watching this, we'd love to have you here. Um, but um, Cardinals just kind of not very good, obviously. But
They're getting Marvin Harrison back, I think.
they are. Um, but Jacksonville also is not playing very well. Jacksonville, in my opinion, they're fighting for the season. So every game is their most important game of the season. And this one is a very important game. Um, Got to win because I'm guessing the division's long gone for them. Um, but they can still fight for that 7 seed. They're fighting with Kansas City for that potentially, and they would have the tiebreaker over them. So they want to keep maybe a game ahead. They just want to stay a game ahead of Kansas City every single week. So uh, I think they're going to lock in. I think they have to lock in. I think they're going to beat the Cardinals in a close one, 21-17.
Yep. Man, I was kind of thinking about this game before we got on here, and I was debating on picking the Cardinals as my
Yeah,
crazy pick of the week,
this was a tough
and
one. Yeah.
the I picked the Raiders. Or like a few days ago now, and that completely backfired. So I don't think I'm gonna have any crazy picks this week. Um, I'm gonna pick the Jags because the Jags have actually gained my respect after absolutely just kicking the Chargers to the curb. I mean,
Yeah,
they
they
beat
just
their belts,
did.
they
They
clean their
beat the belt.
clocks,
They,
they clean their clock. You name it,
yeah,
they gave the
they
Chargers the works, and they embarrassed Jim Harbaugh. And
yeah, straight
I don't know,
embarrassing.
I don't know if that's just the Jacksonville thing to do is just always beat the Chargers in dramatic ways. I
Yeah,
that
sheesh,
correct me
bro.
if we're wrong. They came back 30 points or something in the playoffs to beat them.
Yep, they did. The 20, I'm pretty sure it was
So
27-0, and they came back
maybe
and won that.
maybe it's just like a weird superstition of that the Jags just always beat the Chargers in the
They just
weirdest ways
own
possible.
they own the Chargers.
I wouldn't say they own them, but like they just beat them in really weird ways. And
Yeah,
like
they'll either give them
you never
belt or they'll
expect
come
what to
back.
get from a Jags and Chargers game on any given
Yeah, if
Sunday.
that ends up being a playoff matchup somehow, oof,
I'd love to see that.
that would be a
Trevor Lawrence with his career on the line going up against Justin Herbert, bro.
and Justin Herbert and Madison Beer. Wow.
Oh, that might be my favorite matchup of the playoffs if that actually does happen, bro. I'm not even kidding.
We might have to go live for that game, bro.
I
Dude, you already know we
don't
got to
think
go
of
live.
yeah,
We def got to
we
go
will.
live for a playoff
I don't
game.
think that'll happen though,
No, probably not.
because one of them would have to win the division, and the
Most
Chargers
likely,
are
both of
certainly
them will
are
be.
not. And the
No, they're
Jags,
definitely.
I mean, I could
Jags
see the
don't.
Jags low key winning the division. I could see it,
You think the
but
Colts are going to lose like what 3 games in the next 6 weeks?
I mean, the Jags play them like at least once or twice, and
Oh yeah. So if the Jags can take both of them,
and like the Colts have just been slightly getting worse every week. Um, that game against the Falcons showed me that the Colts are not a real Super Bowl team. But neither here or there. The Cardinals just need to frickin' accept defeat. Just give up on the season. Get a new quarterback. Uh, make Marvin Harrison's dad happy and actually get an offense around him.
yeah.
He's still probably screaming at the TV as we speak because nobody could get Marvin Harrison Jr. involved in the game, and he is becoming one of the biggest wastes of a draft pick
Yep.
and waste of a prospect in recent history. So the Jags are gonna absolutely just kick the crap out of the Cardinals. It's gonna be like a 30-point game um, when the clock hits through three quarters. And I think the Cardinals get a couple garbage time touchdowns. But I will say that the Jags have a great offensive day, and Trevor Lawrence continues to be Mr. Roller Coaster, looking like garbage and looking like the MVP in the same season like usual. And he'll
Yep.
put up 35 points, and the Cardinals will uh, I'll say put up 10, 35 to 10.
Uh,
I think Jacoby Brissett's magic is also coming to an end. I think he's
yeah,
kind of
it's
fallen down
over.
to earth.
Yeah, it's over. Okay. Next, this one, bro. This is called the poverty game of the week.
Oh, is
Uh,
this
the
poverty
Cleveland
game?
Browns.
Oh, I thought you're talking about talking about another game.
No, that's coming
Oh,
up next.
that's coming up. Okay.
At least I think what's coming up next. Cleveland Browns head to Vegas to take on the Raiders. Raiders got pretty embarrassed last night by the Cowboys. Uh Freaking guy Ashton Genty's getting wasted as well. Trying to go behind that Raiders offensive line. The Raiders offensive line must have a grudge against Ashton Genty or something because
Well,
boy oh
they do
boy
have
they
a
do not
couple
block
players
for him.
out, but
I
I
know,
mean
but
it's still not
they're
good.
not doing anything to help him out. He walked into a safety. Did you see that? Snap the
Yeah.
ball, gets him the ball, walks and gets obliterated.
I mean,
Um, but on the other side, the Browns, obviously, they had a pretty solid game. They had a pretty solid first half against the Ravens. They were winning. Their defense looked really good. Then Dylan Gabriel got hurt. Um, then they put in Shadur Sanders, and I'm pretty sure it was last week or the week before that. I said Dylan Gabriel is clearly not doing anything for you guys. I've been pretty adamant on not putting. I've been a hater of Shador, and I said, but might be time to put him in just to see what he can do. Got put in, was getting hyped, telling the crowd to let's go, gets sacked, and then throws a pick.
His dad was crying after the game too.
Yeah, Coach Prime was bawling his eyes out. Probably.
Did you see? No, did you see that? He was crying. He was
He was
crying.
actually, bro.
He said
Oh,
he
my
was
word.
crying when his son got put in. That's what he said. He said it was that special to him.
He got sacked on the second play of his career. He got emoted on by all the Ravens players, and then he threw a pick the next play. He finished with 4 for 16 passing. So, obviously, Shador hadn't played with the starters before. He will be getting the start again. I'm pretty sure this Sunday. He'll be getting the start. So he'll have reps with the starting team. And this was honestly a hard pick for me. And I don't know why I wasted thought thinking about this horrific game, because this game does not matter. This matters only for draft picks, and I do not care where either of these teams land in the NFL draft. But Geno Smith is absolutely horrific. You could argue, maybe not even need to argue, he is the worst starting quarterback in football right now. But obviously, Shador looked like the worst last week as well. So this is the battle of the bottom two QBs. And we were talking about this earlier. The Raiders are just horrific. You said you didn't think you could pick them for the rest of the season. And I have to agree with you on that. The Browns defense is going to absolutely shut down anything that the Raiders tried to do. And Shador Sanders, he'll have reps with the starting team, and I think he's just going to bring some energy to the Browns, because Dylan Gabriel looks like the emoji with just a flat mouth, like just brings no emotion to the table at all whatsoever. Shador will bring some energy. I'm sure some Browns fans will pull up to Vegas and get hyped for Shador. But I expect this to be an absolutely horrific game on both sides. But I think the Browns are going to take this one. They're going to win this one 16-10 on the road.
Okay. Yep. I actually had to think about this game too.
Yeah.
I mean, it is America's crapper game of the week. The crapper game of the week. Two teams who nobody could give less of a frick about. They both suck. They both have more flaws than anything else on their team, and they're probably two of the top 5 teams representing the 2026 NFL draft.
Yeah, I can't even imagine how little amount of fans are going to be at this game.
And both of these teams, or both of these fans, want their team to lose. They don't want to hire draft picks.
Yeah, Browns fans, I'm sorry I picked you, bro.
And it's just going to be whose pride needs the win more. And I think Shador needs that win more. His pride, he's got to get a win, man. He's too prideful.
If he doesn't win this game, bro, everyone on the internet, including me, will be going after him. And if it's the Raiders.
Yeah.
It's the Raiders. It's not like he's making his debut against Patrick Mahomes. It's Geno Smith and the Raiders. So,
wow.
Shador Sanders should win this game if he is what he says he is. But yeah, I don't
know. Yep. He's obviously not what he says he is, at least yet. But it could be a good start if you beat the Raiders, and you could have a chance to be the Browns looked at least as the Browns, not the face of the franchise. There's no way. But you could be looked at being a starter in 2026, considering the Browns have just so much holes that they would probably like.
They literally only have 2 quarterbacks, so If I were them, I would get rid of Gabriel or you got to get rid of one of the quarterbacks. I think at the end of
Yeah.
this year,
Yeah,
get a vet in.
but I just think that the Raiders can't pick them after that Cowboys loss. Kind of hurt me a little bit considering I picked them to beat the Cowboys, and they
I
completely
know, bro.
embarrassed me on the Monday
I
Night
was getting
Football.
real hyped during that game last night.
That was just disgusting.
Yeah.
And fooled me once, but you're not gonna fool me twice. So you're definitely not gonna fool me a third time. So I'm not even gonna let
Yeah.
the second time happen. So I'm
Yeah.
not picking the Raiders to win a game the rest of the season. Unless the only circumstance is if they play the Titans, then we can discuss that game. That's the only discussion we can have. But the Browns are gonna actually take care of business and actually beat them in a pretty decent fashion. They'll beat them 23-10 in kind of a butt kicking, and Shedeur Sanders is gonna be absolutely going nuts in the locker room.
Yeah, everybody's going to be playing his song, bro.
Yeah, and I do think that Myles Garrett has a chance. This may sound
To make some
crazy.
history. He can make some history.
I think that he could get like 7 sacks against the Raiders offensive line. I'm not even. He got 5. He got 5.
You got to clip that one, dude. That's insane. You have to clip that one.
I will. I probably will. But he got 5 against.
Wow.
Who do you get 5 against? I can't remember. But
It
I
was
think it was the
this. It was
Bengals.
literally just this. Oh, it was against the Patriots.
He got 5 against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Against the Raiders? Are we serious? He's getting at least 7. Like if he gets 5 against the Patriots, like
He's on pace to break the record. Did you know that for single
yeah.
stacks?
I mean, if you're the Raiders, you cannot let him control the game. You got to
No,
quadruple team him. I'm dead serious.
quite literally.
Have quite literally quadruple him. I mean,
Put the
I'd
whole
take a
line
free
against him.
I'd take a free rusher against having Myles Garrett in a double team any day of the week, or a one-on-one.
Yeah.
So if that, yeah, I'm picking. I think I already said the score with
Yeah,
the Browns, like
23-10, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I wanted to note, I can't remember we were talking about coaches on the hot seat more
Kevin
than
Stefanski. I was thinking about that too.
Kevin
He's the first
Stefanski
one
is
gone.
on. Oh, in my opinion, he's the second one gone. He's the second one gone. He's the second one gone.
Actually, yeah, he's my second one gone.
He's my second one gone.
First one we'll discuss in a bit.
Moving on, America's second poverty game of the week. Jonah's Atlanta Falcons head to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Now, this is what you call absolute trash football. I'm sorry, Jonah. The Falcons season is over. Okay. I'm sorry, it is. Michael Penix gone. He's on the injured list.
Partially tore his ACL.
Yeah. So Kirk Cousins is
That's
back.
the third time. That's like the third time tore his ACL. So
yeah, Kirk Cousins is back. So look out. I just said Kevin Stefanski was number 1 on my was number 2 on my list. Raheem Morris is number 1 on my list.
Slash Zach Robinson, 1A and 1B. Both of them
there you
go.
There you go. Falcons need a complete reset in the coaching thing. Obviously, Michael Penix's comments a couple weeks ago. But I'm not going to waste any more breath on this game. Both these teams suck. Sorry, Jonah, to say that. The Falcons are just poorly coached, but they are more skilled, and that's why they're going to win this game. Falcons are going to take this one. Kirk Cousins literally just needs to be a game manager. Doesn't need to do anything special. Falcons are going to win this one 17-13 on the road. Saints, sorry, your season's been over since week 1, so I don't know what to tell
you. Yep. I agree with everything you said. I mean, I think everybody's starting to now recognize how horrible this coaching staff is.
it's bad.
I mean, they all say they do stuff, but like they just sit and like have their hands up their butts all 7 days of the week, dude. They don't do a dang thing, bro. I'm
They don't do
sorry.
anything during the games either.
They don't do anything during the game too. Raheem Morris has the same. If you ever heard of his press conferences, I don't know if you have, but he says the same 5 lines every single time. He's like, "Well, we got to be better one-score games." Well, like, like you've lost 3 one-score games now in a row, Raheem. God,
Dude. Raheem, the problem might be
but
you, bro.
I don't. I'm already crashing out a little bit, but I'm not gonna let it get to me. They suck. Everybody knows that this team sucks. But the Falcons can't lose to the Saints. The
Can't lose to the
Falcons,
Saints, bro. You can't lose to the
the
Saints.
Falcons versus Saints is it's definitely a rivalry, and losing to the Saints hurts every single year, no matter what the record is. It hurts the same amount every single time, and the game is, in my opinion, as important as it is, or as no matter what the records are, and it's just about bragging rights, honestly. And so, if the Falcons beat the Saints, I'll take it as kind of a win for the season, something to look happy to, other than beating the Bills. Um,
Do you play the Saints again?
yeah, we
Or
play them
did
in
you?
week
Yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
play them
Oh, yeah. We
twice.
did. There you
I
go.
mean, as long as we beat them once. I mean,
Yeah, you
they're
don't want to get
probably they
swept.
haven't won a single division game. They played
No, they
3
haven't.
division games. Haven't They got swept by the Panthers and they lost to the Bucks. So that's another thing I'm super mad about is like you can't win a single division game, which is pathetic. Uh, Shout out to Raheem too for that. But I mean, I expect. I don't know what the offense is going to be like. I don't know what it will do. It could be really bad, could be really good. But I expect the Falcons to score 20 points. I don't know. And I expect the Saints to score 14. I expect the defense to get after Tyler Shough because the defensive pass rush is one of the best in the league.
Yeah.
And that's quietly not been talked about as how good the pass rush has been with Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. And I'm not excited about getting up a first round pick for James Pierce Jr., but I mean, he's a good player. So, whatever. Falcons win 2014. If they lose this game to the Saints,
We might
I
not see Jonah again for the rest of the season.
no, he might have to be it might have to just be Jack picking for the next couple
You know,
weeks
I'll
because I don't
just
know if I can get back on here.
Jordan won't be able to pick any more Falcons game. We'll just skip those games whenever we do those
Yeah,
ones.
no, I'm dead serious. Like if they lose to the Saints, we're skipping the Falcons picks. Like I'm not picking.
I'll pick them. We'll just we won't let you pick.
All right, fair enough.
Okay. Moving on, we have an actually an interesting game here. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Um, in my opinion, this should have been the Thanksgiving game. But the Cowboys have the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, which is kind of cool. But this is always an interesting game, especially in Dallas. Usually, when it's in Dallas, it's usually a good game. Now, I was debating this game a lot because I was watching the Cowboys last night and they looked pretty good. But then I remembered they were playing the Raiders. But um, I was also watching the Lions game against the Eagles. And the Eagles defense was pretty good, but the Lions offense kind of just sucked. Now, the Eagles offense was also sucky. So that influenced my pick a lot. And I don't know if this will surprise you or not, but Dallas has been really good at home this year.
Dude.
And the first time that the Cowboys played the Eagles in week 1 is week 1. And teams are still figuring out a lot of stuff. And the Cowboys played them really well in week 1. Didn't win, but they played them well in week 1. Now the Cowboys have everyone figured out. Their defense still isn't great, but you got to look over at Philadelphia and say that their offense is not great either. And statistically, Dallas is one of the best offenses in the league. Philadelphia's defense is good. It's good. But the way that Dallas can move the ball is pretty wild to me. So with that, Give me the Cowboys winning this game at home. Winning this game at home 23-17. The Cowboys send a message to the league. Not that they're going to make the playoffs, but that the Eagles are fraudulent.
Wow. Look out. Oh,
That one might
God.
have to be clipped too, bruh.
Oh, God.
If that ages terribly, bro,
If
I
they
was
get
thinking,
beat,
bro, I needed another pick, bro.
wow. I think that there's gotta be a little bit of bias in that pick. I'm sorry, bro.
How is that bias? I don't like the Cowboys.
Well, God. Like we get that the Eagles beat the Lions, bro, but
I'm
like,
not going based off of that either, bruh. I'm looking at what I've seen.
oh, God.
I'm looking at what I've seen, and I think the Cowboys are gonna take this one. They usually they split most of the time. Um, and
But they lost, but they got freaking smoked by the Cardinals a few weeks ago.
yeah,
Wow. Okay.
Eagles just haven't looked good to me. They just haven't looked good. And the Cowboys are putting up points. Win or lose, they're putting up points. The Eagles aren't putting up any points.
Wow. Okay. Honestly, like I honestly do get where you're going, and I respect being bold. I respect it. I think it's actually a possibility that Dallas wins the game. But from what I've seen from Dallas, it's just a team that's like is very inconsistent. They win games that they shouldn't, and then they lose games. It's just they're all over the place, and I don't know what I'm gonna get with the Cowboys, honestly. And the Eagles, I know that they're a pretty consistent team. Um, they know how to win football games in Philadelphia. Their defense is it's elite, one of the best in the league. Front seven. They don't get a ton of sacks, but they get a lot of pressures. I don't know what the stats are on the sack rate, but it's not very high. But they know how to affect the quarterback mentally, and I think that they'll be able to do that against Dak. That's not a question. Um, Now, it's a matter of what can the Eagles' offense do against the Cowboys' defense. Now I've been really underwhelmed by the Eagles' offense. If you guys didn't know, I picked Jalen Hurts to win MVP. Um, I did, and
Yeah, look out.
I
I picked
mean,
Joe Burrow, so
it's not the worst pick in the world considering what they're 8-2, but is not the best player on this team. It's not. It's not at this year. And Saquon Barkley, uh, he's far from the best running back in the league, and that's not even a debate.
well, the important thing for him is that he's just not hurt.
Yeah. Uh, so I mean, I don't know what to expect from the Eagles offense. I really don't. But I do expect them to put up points against the Dallas defense. No matter what, no matter where. Dallas's defense, honestly, there was times where they played lights out against the Raiders, but they also had a couple of spurts where I was watching the same team on defense like I was for the majority of the year. And that's just disgusting. And so I think the Eagles are actually going to have a good offensive day, which is going to be a shocker, which might be a shocker considering their offense is mediocre. Uh, but I just cannot trust this Cowboys defense with the amount of talent that the Eagles have on offense, and it just
Yeah.
on paper it looks like a recipe for disaster. Um, So I'm just gonna say it's a recipe for disaster, and I'm gonna say that the Eagles put up a solid 30 points on the Cowboys, and it's gonna be 30-27. So it'll be a close game, but I mean, if Dallas wins, I mean, kudos to them. I mean, but I just don't have the balls to pick them.
Cap. All right, Sunday night football. Tampa Bay heads to Los Angeles to take on the Rams. The Rams had a really impressive win defensively um, against the Seahawks, and the Buccaneers, man, they're kind of falling off a cliff with all these injuries. They're not looking fantastic. Carolina is catching up um, with them. Um, Los Angeles, Los Angeles is looking really good to me right now. They're number one in the power rankings for a reason, and I'm liking everything that they're doing. Matt Stafford continues to make his MVP case. And they just look really whole as a team right now. And the Buccaneers do not look whole as a team right now. The thing that the Bucks are doing is that they're just not hanging in there. They didn't. They had a lead against Buffalo, and then they lost it. They got too far behind, tried to catch up, and then they didn't have any more time. Same thing with the Patriots too. They just ran out of time. And I think the Bucks probably needed to have their bye week right now instead of 3 weeks ago because Bucky Irving's still out. Mike Evans is still out. They're just injured right now. Um, and I don't know if they're going to be able to fare well against this really good Rams team right now that looks like the best team in the NFC. Um, so with that, I think the Rams. I think this is going to be a good game because the Buccaneers' offense is still really good. Uh, but I think the Rams, obviously, they have more. They're a more experienced team, led by their veteran QB. So I think that the Rams are going to take this one 28-24 at home. And the Buccaneers got to lock in because uh, they got to keep fighting for the division. 3 weeks ago, they didn't really need to do that, but now the Panthers are kind of winning games, and they're losing games. So it's time to lock in Tampa Bay. I just don't think they're going to be able to win this one on Sunday.
Yeah. Um, no, this is a game we can 100% agree on. Uh, I I'm actually kind of excited to see the Buccaneers downfall. I mean, they've just been dominating all the time, and they're I don't want to say they're not the same team anymore, but like they're definitely a little bit
Yeah.
different from what they were at the beginning of the season, and they need to make some changes. Whether that's making a signing or something, I don't know. They just
I just think they
suck.
need some help on defense, bro.
Yeah, their pass defense, not their rushing
Yeah, yeah,
defense is
yeah.
good,
Not the pass defense needs some help.
but their pass defense, it doesn't it just needs to develop. They got, like, Benjamin Morris, they got really young guys, Tyke Smith, they got really young guys. This needs to develop, and their linebackers are just here's the thing with Tampa Bay, is their linebackers cannot cover worth crap. Their
No.
linebackers are the biggest hole on this team, in my opinion. It's not even close. Their linebackers, Levante David needs to hang it up. He's just an old man at this point. He can't cover worth crap. I don't even want to look at his PFF cover grade because it's awful. Um, and it's probably the worst possible time to have that because you're going up against probably the best slot receiver in the NFL, best couple slot receivers in the NFL, and Puka and Devontae Adams, who
Yeah.
love to work in the slot. And the Rams, I don't know if they run a ton of slot, but uh, Puka and Adams are known for working in the slot, so I expect them to constantly work the middle of the field. Um, I think they worked the middle of the field a lot against Seattle, and there was success in that. So, I mean, I think that if they can exploit the linebackers in Tampa Bay, they'll have no problem. Matthew Stafford might honestly be my MVP at this point in time, which is crazy, but he's just
He's just looking
insane.
unstoppable right now.
He's looking unstoppable, and we didn't even get to the Rams defense. And the Rams
Yeah.
defense, I said at the beginning of the year, was in the same tier as the Broncos. Well, I said near the same tier as the Broncos, and it I mean, it looked kind of stupid at the time for me for saying that, but it's shown now. Like, I mean, they don't. There's not a single hole on this Rams defense. I mean, maybe if you want to argue a cornerback here or there in the secondary, but other than that, that's probably their only hole in their team. So the Rams win. Uh, the Rams are going to win, which hope will happen. Keep the NFC South more interesting. I'd like to see the Panthers actually win it once, or somebody else win it, but the Buccaneers for once. Um, I'd spend like 5 years in a
Well, if
row
the
they've won the
Falcons win
NFC
out, you
South.
might have a chance.
Yeah, I mean they play the Jets.
At this
They got to
rate,
beat. You got to beat the Saints, and you got to beat the Jets next week, and
then you're
then we
what,
can
5-7?
have maybe just a 1% chance, maybe a 1%, but I don't know if they can even beat the Saints at this point.
Yeah, we'll
Like
see how that goes.
I'm serious when I say this. That the Saint I am not confident in the Saints game at all, and I'm usually always confident in playing the Saints, but we'll see. Anyways, Rams going up, Bucks are going down. Panthers, in my opinion, are actually going to take over the South after this week, which we'll get to.
Yep, that's up next.
We're getting to that, but
They're
the Rams are going to put up 30 on this
wow,
wonky Bucks secondary, and it's going to be 30-17. It's going to be kind of a cookout.
kind of a okay. Wow. Okay, that brings us to Monday Night Football. The Panthers, who are 6-5, they've matched their win total from last season. They head to San Francisco to take on the 49ers with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy and the Niners looked pretty good on Sunday. And Brock Purdy loves playing at home. But to me, the Panthers are such a weird team. They're so inconsistent. Bryce Young will look like he'll set a record one week and then he'll set another record for most interceptions or something. He'll look terrible. Um, and I think he's actually going to have a pretty solid game this week. But I just think the experience of the 49ers is going to take over. Brock Purdy is looking to keep the Niners alive in this division race, if we want to call it a race anymore. With them, the Niners are still just fighting for a spot in the playoffs. They're still injured. They got to get George Kittle more involved on the offense, and if they do, I think they're going to succeed a lot more than they already are. But I think it's going to be a close game. But I think the experience will take over. And so give me the 49ers winning this one on Monday Night Football 24-21.
All right. All right. I'm gonna disagree with you. That way we can have an odd number this
There we
week. So that
go.
way, so we don't tie. We don't tie like we did the last couple weeks. Keep it interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the Panthers win this game.
Oof.
I
don't know who's been more. I don't know who's been more inconsistent, the Panthers or you, and your thoughts on the Panthers this season.
That's
I
that
remember
in,
I
that
remember
in itself is a story. But
yeah, I might just have to find a bunch of clips of you just talking about the Panthers, bro. Just all this season, and just
yeah,
see all the stuff you've been saying.
but I just don't know, man. Like the thing is with the 49ers is I just don't like them. They win games, but they just win games in boring fashion, and they're just way too injured. Just injuries left and
Yeah,
right. And their offense, when it doesn't have McCaffrey, looks pretty stale. When McCaffrey's not going, it looks really stale. It
yeah, it
looks
does.
bad. They can't score points when McCaffrey doesn't get going. Um, and I don't know if it's me watching Bryce Young throw for 450 yards last week. But I actually have confidence in this game and him in this game. Uh, Weird fact: all Bryce Young's career best games have been against the Falcons. He only plays good against the Falcons, which could curse me. Um, I don't know if it's just the stadium that he likes, Bryce Young, or what, but he
Yeah, he
always
balls
knows
out, bro.
he balls out against the Falcons. Like it's just kind of like the Jags and Chargers. It's just
Yeah,
a weird superstition in
Trevor
the
Lawrence
NFL.
loves playing the Chargers.
Um, Hopefully the curse breaks next time the Falcons play them. But because that loss was just kind of a heartbreaker. Anyways, I expect Bryce Young to go into the 49ers stadium and actually continue his hot hand.
Wow.
Um, and at some point, he's got to have some consistency.
Mhm.
I mean, I think this game will show that he has the ability to put some consistency together. And I expect this game to be 4 quarters of Rico Dowdle running the football down the Niners' throat.
Yeah.
The run defense is very mid. Niners run defense, middle of the pack, and I expect Carolina to abuse that, especially after having a really lousy day
Yeah.
running the football against the Falcons. And on the other hand, Carolina, I've been really just horrible on their defense. That's the biggest thing I've besides Bryce Young is their defense. But their defense has shown that they're not the worst in the football in the NFL. They got a couple guys, not a ton, but they have a couple guys that can make a play. Nick Scorton, Prince Emmanuel, like they got some guys who can just hold enough on their own.
Yep.
So I think that the Panthers are going to win mainly because I mean they have all the momentum going in the South in the South race right now, and they can see the light at the tunnel, man. I mean, if they win and the Bucks lose, they control their own destiny, um, and I think that's going to motivate them more to get the job done. So the Panthers win 20-17.
Okay.
So
Well, there you go, guys. Week 12 picks on a Tuesday.
mhm.
Um, we're gonna try to get some clips out so that we can uh get some more views, get some more subscribers this week because we're trying to get to 100 subs by Christmas. But I said at the beginning of the stream, we're gonna have a little bit of an announcement to make, and we're gonna make it right now. Uh, so me and Jonah, we started this Blitz Boys podcast. Was it last July?
Last July,
Mhm.
yeah.
Last July. Um,
Come a long ways. We're at
we've come
12,000 on
along.
TikTok right now.
Yeah, we're on 12,000 on TikTok. We're gonna start. We will be starting an Instagram page in the next 2 weeks. But we're pretty much grown men, so you can't be having your podcast be called Blitz Boys, when you're grown men, right?
Yeah,
So
agree with that.
in 2 weeks, we will be rebranding the Blitz Boys podcast. It will be rebranded, new name. We're gonna get a new logo. Um, we will not be deleting any of our old stuff, so all of our old videos will still say Blitz Boys and stuff. So don't worry about that. We're gonna make a post about it on YouTube. Um, but we're not gonna say what the name is quite yet because we want to make it a surprise. You guys can expect us a rebrand on the first week of December. So anytime from there, probably towards the end of the first week of December, so more like the 8th, I would guess. We're going to be trying to get a lot of content going out over Thanksgiving break, over Christmas break, because obviously there's a lot of big sporting events going
Yep.
on
We're going to
then.
be predicting college football playoffs,
Yep,
NBA Christmas
yep,
games. We got
everything,
Thanksgiving.
everything.
We're going to be streaming this early next week for Thanksgiving too
Yo,
because
yeah.
we have to get that
I
going.
think I think we're gonna try to go live.
Next Tuesday? Should we make it Tuesday
I think
again?
no, I think we should do. I think what we're gonna do is go live next Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Uh, and then we can recap, like we can have a recap about what happened last week or about what happens this week. And then we can predict the Thanksgiving games.
Okay.
And then on Saturday, we can predict the Sunday games. That way we get two of them going.
All right. I like that. That's good.
So then we're gonna do that. If you guys want, we would definitely love to go live for some NFL playoff games that are coming up in January. Probably not gonna go live for the Super Bowl, but college football playoff games, we would definitely be down to do that. Um, if you guys remember I think it was last Christmas break, me and Jonah were in my basement, not Jonah's basement. We did some picks on my TV. We might try to do that again, but we might be live this time. So look out for that. We're gonna be like I said, rebrand is coming soon. Gonna be starting an
Yeah.
Instagram. We're really excited for this because we wanna
Yep.
kind of want to make the jump into the elite.
Yep. Once we
Um,
get monetized on TikTok too, I had this thought. We should
yo,
predict
yeah.
every single March Madness game in depth. All 67 of them. All
Yo,
67 March
we're doing
Madness
that. We're
games.
doing that, bro. We're doing that,
Alright, we
bro.
gotta get monetized first, so we gotta crank out videos in January.
How much do we gotta get, man,
100,000
monetized?
views in 30 days. So, like, when it hits January 8th, we gotta get 100,000 views in 30 days for so
Why
we
don't we
gotta get
just
a lot
start
of
right now?
content.
Why don't we just start right now?
'Cause I have to be 18 to get monetized on TikTok.
Oh, okay. I got you. I
So
got you. I got you.
January 8th,
Great. Grind begins. The real.
grind begins, and
We're
then
gonna
we're
be
predicting
grinding.
every single
We're gonna
March
be
Madness
grinding
game.
starting next week on Thanksgiving break. I got some stupid school stuff I got to do. A lot of projects. Got to lock in. But Thanksgiving break, boom, we're gonna go hardcore for that week. And then me and Jonah will probably have some exam stuff to do. So there might be a little bit less of that. But starting on December 19th, I'm pretty sure that's when my Christmas break starts. We're gonna go hardcore. If you guys want, we'll probably put a thing down in the YouTube sections asking if you would want us to go live every day. We might go live every single day on Christmas, except for Christmas, obviously, because we're busy. But if you guys would want us to do that, we would totally be down to do that. We're gonna get a lot of shorts going. We want to make it big, bro. We want to make it big. My personal goal, bro, I want to get I'm hoping that if we can get enough followers on Instagram, we can get like a big smaller YouTuber to go live with us and do college football playoff, something like that. We're just getting really hyped. We're really excited for what's to come because we think we can go big, bro. Um, it's all because of you guys, all the fans. You just guys got to stay consistent with us because we're trying to make it as best content as we can for you guys. Um, but yeah, a lot of information. We'll keep it. We'll keep telling you guys all the different stuff. But that's all we got. I think this is the longest stream on channel history. So there's that. Nope, second longest. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. We're gonna have a lot of shorts coming out soon. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this one. You guys will see us live in about a week. Peace out.